Let's all play What's My Line? And now, let's meet this week's What's My Line panel. First, TV's poet laureate, that popular comedian Nipsey Russell.
Thank you. There are many rewarding aspects to appearing on What's My Line. Meet famous people and discuss interesting topics. But probably I think the most joyful experience is seated beside me right now. It's Joanna Barnes.
Thank you. And on my left, the star of the new play, Shoot Anything with Hair That Moves, a many splendid thing, for those of you who have color TV sets, Mr. Bert Convy.
Hi, thank you very much. It is my pleasure now to introduce a young lady who, when you will see her, will realize that there are many, many sides and colors to Miss Arlene Francis.
And now a gentleman who lives in a house that was built by John Bull. It's on a road by the name of Bull Road, and the name of the house is the Bull House. A gentleman that cannot be thrown, nevertheless, Wally Bruner.
And Arlene, all I can say is that's a lot of a true story. But welcome to What's My Line. During the next 30 minutes, you're going to meet some interesting people engaged in the most unusual occupations, which we hope will baffle our panel of experts. And in addition, the panel will face a mystery celebrity guest just a bit later on. But now, are you ready?
Yes, we certainly are.
Okay, let's meet our first challenger. Would you enter and sign in, please? Nancy Moritz. Nancy, may I ask where you're from?
From the wonderful city of Yonkers, New York.
You sound very, very happy there.
Yes, I am.
Oh, good. Panel, may I tell you that Nancy Moritz is salaried and deals in a service. Now let's show the audience just what her line is. May I remind you, please, Nancy is salaried, it's a service, and let's begin with Bert Convy.
Yes, excuse me. Could I avail myself of this service that you perform?
Yes, you could.
Could Arlene also?
Yes.
In the performance of this service, well, I have to, yes or no. Do you come to the people that you service, no, do the people that you service come to you?
Yes.
Oh. I had a 50-50 chance there, and it worked out.
I think you'd been right either way, but we won't go into that.
Oh, was that? Oh, all right. Do you wear something other than you're wearing now, for instance?
Most of the time, yes.
You do wear something other than that. But then it is in the broadest sense a uniform.
Yes.
Is this service that you perform, would you say an essential service rather than just a sort of a luxury or something that is not necessary?
Definitely.
It's rather essential. Is it in the broadest sense of the term in the health field?
No.
That's one down,
Not
and we
even
go to
now.
Arlene.
The way you said the wonderful city of Yonkers made me feel you worked for the Chamber of Commerce, but I would like to ask you if you do work for a non-profit-making organization.
Yes.
Some branch of the government?
No.
No branch of the government whatsoever. So that's two down, Nipsey Russell.
No branch of the government, a service.
But it is a non-profit.
It's a non-profit. Also, you say it has nothing to do with health.
No.
Does it have anything to do with children?
Yes.
Is it an institution that has to do with the education of children?
Sometimes.
In a sense.
In a sense. Do you deal with with children and parents in a certain sense?
Yes.
Do you have something to do with an orphanage?
Sometimes.
But that is not the basic thing for
It's
which...
not the basic thing.
No, that is not it. So I'm going to really have to give you a no, Nipsey, even though there may be...
Amen, Wally.
I'm terrible today.
Talk about nice guys for 2 hours, never mention your name.
I got thumbs down all the time. Joanna Barnes.
Do you have anything to do with bringing adults and children together?
Yes, sometimes.
Do you have anything to do with foster homes or adoption?
Yes.
They may, let me say that the people that are engaged in Nancy's work may well have a part to do with that. However, again, this is one of the extra services provided.
When you work, do you work indoors?
Yes.
Are you in any way connected with the law?
No.
That's 4 down. Bert Convey, 30 seconds.
30, you work indoors with these people, and an extra service that's provided would be, I thought it was something with health, but I'm obviously wrong. Do you have anything, you don't have anything to do with the law? I pass.
Arlene?
Do you have something to do with the Lord?
Yes.
Are you a minister of some kind?
Yes.
Well, isn't a minister enough? It ought to be enough.
Not quite enough.
No.
Remember that I think there is one important ingredient which we established earlier, and that is that she wears a uniform.
Well, is she indeed a nun?
A nun? No.
A sister of some kind?
I'm going to flip all the cards and say, meet Captain Nancy Moretz of the Salvation Army. And Captain, of all the people who should have guessed that, it's Honorary Colonel Arlene Francis.
Right.
I'm ashamed. It is the best army in the world, and I congratulate you and all of them forevermore.
Thank you.
But I think one of the things that we also associate with the Salvation Army, beside the wonderful things that they do in the areas where you work, and I understand there's something like 300,000 of you in the United States.
That's right. Over 300.
And 2 million in the world.
Oh, yes.
But, you know, they're great musically. There's always a Salvation Army band at Christmas time. Is it a requirement that you must play an instrument?
No, it's not required, but we enjoy music because it expresses the love of the Lord and the joy really in our hearts.
Well, what do you play, for example?
Well, I play the cornet and a little piano and the tambourine.
It'd be hard to be outside of Saks Fifth Avenue on a snowy day with a piano.
But you know, the tambourine is really considered a musical instrument. And I didn't realize until we were talking earlier, and I understand they even print music for a tambourine. Oh, yeah. And this is the music for a song called Northern New England. And here you see it all lined up. What is this first thing here? What does that represent?
The first symbol on the page is called, we call it a candle with a butterfly.
That's this one right here.
Yes, that's right. Mhm.
And that tells you what to do and how to move the
Yes,
tambourine.
that tells us where to position the tambourine. It almost could be compared with choreography. It's choreography for the tambourine.
But panel, as you can see, these are rather strange looking symbols, and those are the musical directions for the tambourine. But could you do even a little bit more than just tell us about it? I think you have some friends backstage, do you?
Yes, yes. I have 3 lovely ladies with me. I'd like you to...
All right, let's meet them now, and if you'd like to join them and tell us exactly who they are.
We have Cadet Eileen Smith from the Salvation Army School for Officers Training in the Bronx, as well as Cadet Betty Jones and Cadet Joan Burke.
And you're all prepared to play something for us?
Yes, we'd like to play a little selection from the March Praise, played to us by the New York Staff Band of the Salvation Army.
Okay, ladies, positions, please. And we're all set and ready, and may we have some music. Very, very good. Thank you, ladies, very, very much. And Captain, that was very good. Do you think you could teach our panel to play the tambourine?
I think that they're pretty smart. I think they could do it.
Okay, panel, come on up. Let's find out. Pass out the tambourine. And of course, in order to play the tambourine, you must have music, so... Now, perhaps you can position yourselves right along this area here. And, there we go.
Boy, girl, boy, girl.
Now, you can tell them sort of what to do.
Fine. Now, these are some of the symbols that we use in first training our young people to play the tambourine. This one is called the X. Very easy. This is the V, and this is the diamond. These two numbers, the 6 and the 4, indicate the rhythm pattern. We play a 4-beat and a 6-beat. We play 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's pretty basic. And if you'd like to follow me, it probably would be easier for you. We begin at the left, and we play at this point, and we move on down with the tambourine until we form an X in front of us. And then we go into the V, we'll move into the V, and then into the diamond. Would you like
Don't
to,
help them too much. Don't help them.
Do we have to move, you mean?
No,
No,
you
no,
just
no.
move
We
your
move
arms.
this with this. All right.
Okay, so why don't we have a little music and see how well they do, Captain, okay?
Fine,
Music!
fine.
Oh, very good.
Play the diamond.
And I tell you, Onward Christian Soldiers was never played quite like that. Thank you so much, Captain. Thank you, fellows. Watch my line. We'll continue right after this message.
Are you tired of crash diets and magic diet pills that just don't work?
The problem with most diets and diet pills is that they make huge
1-5861. There's nothing to lose. It's absolutely free.
Olson, and now we're all set to meet our next challenger, so would you enter and sign in, please? Sheldon Goldstein. Mr. Goldstein, where do you hail from?
Norwich, New York.
Very good. Panel, may I tell you that Mr. Goldstein is self-employed and deals with a product. And now let's show the audience just what that product is. And because Nipsey has been so perceptive today, I think we'll begin with him.
Does the service with which you say a
Product.
A product. Would the product be contrary to something that your appearance indicates?
Well, let's say that I don't think his appearance is a dead giveaway to his product.
You don't by any chance sell razor blades, do you?
Did you mean that really as a serious question?
No.
All right.
If you don't know whether I meant it or not, then no. Yes, I really meant it as a question. I'll take a no on it.
Were you really? All right, that's one down. Joanna Barnes.
If it's not electric, if it's not razor blades, does this thing have any electricity that you
No.
work with? Oh,
That's two down. Bert Convey.
All right, now, would we, let's get serious here. Would we find this product in our homes?
Yes.
Would it be particularly, would it be mainly found in one room of the house, would you think?
Yes.
Would that room in the house be on the ground floor, usually?
Yes.
Would that room in the house possibly be where there is also an oven?
Yes.
Oh, it's in the living room. Then we're in the kitchen, and it does not plug in. We did establish that, didn't we?
No
We
No,
established
Well, if
that
there's no electricity, why plug it in then? That's right?
That's a good
Right,
thought,
I
Bert.
figured that out, my trigger sharp mind here. All right, now we're in the kitchen, we have something. Is it, could you hold it in your hand?
Yes.
You could hold it in your
Oh,
hand. If you held it in your hand, would you be doing something with it that would be Would, why are you laughing? I haven't said a word yet. Would it be functional? Would it, I mean, you would be able to do something with it.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes.
All right. Now, the something that you're doing, is it in any way have anything to do with the preparing of food?
Yes.
Yeah.
It does. And so it goes in the, it's in the cooking. It has to do with cooking, and it has to do with things like that. So is it in any way to be described as an implement? What is the word? A utensil?
Oh, a utensil.
No, wrong.
No. 3 down. Arlene?
Well, is it indeed something that is put in the mouth?
Yes.
Then it is some sort of a food substance itself.
Yes.
Is it a food substance that one might have in the middle of the day for lunch? Yes?
Sometime.
Is it an accessory to a meal rather than the main course?
Yes, I would
Yes.
say so.
Is it, does it grow in the ground?
Yes.
Does it have a distinctive odor?
Yes.
Is it either in the... It is somewhere in the vegetable family.
Yes.
15 seconds.
Is it a garlic or onion or pickle of some kind?
No.
And that gives you a no, 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 no. Nipsey Russell. Quickly.
Wow. Oh, you just got to me. Is it
But you think
is
so
it
fast.
seasoning or garnishment of some kind?
I didn't.
Is it seasoning or garnishment to food of some kind?
No.
However, there is one case where this particular product is used as a garnishment that I can think of.
Uh-huh.
But its main purpose is a little bit more, is more a vegetable. Does anyone have a guess?
Radishes.
But they
Ketchup.
laughed when we said
Ketchup.
we held it in the
I'm flipping all the cards. It's sauerkraut. Well, Mr. Goldstein, you have your own company. Could you tell us the name of it, sir?
Ready Packed Foods in Norwich, New York.
And one of the biggest sauerkraut distributors in the country, I understand.
Well, we hope to think we are. We make about 20 million pounds a year of sauerkraut.
That's a
Cabbage.
That's a lot of cabbage
cabbage,
and a
right.
lot of crowd. Thank you, sir, Mr. Goldstein. We enjoyed having you on What's My Line.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. We'll be back to meet our mystery guest as What's My Line continues.
100,000. Get your game face online now.
And now it's celebrity time on What's My Line. Time to meet our mystery guest. Panel of the blindfolds firmly and securely in place.
Yes.
All right, mystery challenger, would you enter and sign in, please? Our mystery guest has now arrived and is seated beside me. I'll remind you, panel, it's 1 minute, one question at a time, and we'll have 2 minutes to try and establish the identity of our guest. And let's begin with Joanna Barnes.
Are you a motion picture performer predominantly?
No.
Bert Convy.
I'd like to make a guess. I think I know. No, it couldn't be. Yes, it could. You're on this stage primarily, right?
Yes.
I know who it is.
All right, say it.
Is it Eileen Heckard?
No.
No. Arlene?
I knew the voice.
Well, I think I know it too. Are you at the present time playing in a show on Broadway that has a very small cast and it's a big hit?
Yes.
Oh, that's there.
You want me to pass?
No,
Wally?
go ahead.
Is it the enormously talented actress by the name of Maureen?
Stapleton.
Stapleton. Yes.
I was afraid nobody had known me. I was going to write Marlene Dietrich on the book.
I've
But
heard.
you spoke in your own voice.
Yeah, right.
Not really.
Oh, yes,
No.
you did.
Really?
Yes, yes.
Oh, I thought it was different.
I've heard so many great things about you in Plaza Suite.
Well, it's a marvelous three one-act plays.
I heard that you were going to do a new film, and I know that you don't fly. We were talking about that one day. How are you going to get there?
I'm going on the train, but somebody said They don't have the 20th Century anymore that used to go to Chicago.
I think
and
there's
they-
a freight.
I'll take it.
That's what I thought. The minute I read it in the paper, I thought, boy, she better start
I
early.
know.
What is the film, Maureen? Can you tell us a
It's
bit about
called Airport, and it's from a
From the book.
Yeah, and I don't know. I didn't read it.
Do you know what the part is? Because there are wonderful parts in it.
All I know is it's Van Heflin's wife.
Yes.
Oh, very
The
good
wife of the
part,
man who's
yeah.
gonna bomb the plane.
That's all I
But then
know.
I understand after you finish the film, you may well return
Yeah, by
to Plaza
train.
Suite.
I'll come back and do the
No, but you're coming back to the same
play.
play as well, too.
Yeah.
And we'll be looking forward to having you return.
Oh, thank you very much.
And I hope that you find the filmmaking most enjoyable.
Oh, I will.
I think the idea of Maureen Stapleton doing a play about an airplane which she won't put foot in one is so funny.
I know.
Well, we'll look for the movie. Maybe you'll fly in it.
No.
You made sure of that before you took the part. Maureen Stapleton, thank you for
Thank
joining
you
us on
very
What's My Line.
Thank
Maureen Stapleton. And What's My Line will continue right after this word.
On the next
Call Financial Freedom toll free at 800-931-5721. There's no obligation, so call today. That's 800-931-5721.
Get your game face online now.
All right, panel, on your oath, time for honest answers to questions submitted by our studio audience. The first one from Helen O'Donnell of New York City to Bert Convey. Do you have children?
Yes, I do. I have 3 children.
One's 30.
One's 30, one's 24, one's...
And the other one is graduating from college next month. No, that's not so. I have 3 children, 8, 3, and 14 months.
8, 3, and 14. Yes. Here's one for Arlene from Mrs. T.H. Moore of Gainesville, Florida. Which do you prefer, television, legitimate stage, and why?
No, I'm devoted to television because it's been wonderful to me, and I think that any actress always prefers the legitimate stage because she has the excitement of playing a part to an audience right there in front of her all the time. But I like them both very much indeed.
And you do very well in both.
Thank
too.
you.
Thank you, panel, for your honest answers. And that's it for another day. We had a lot of fun, and I hope you enjoyed it, too. And won't you join us tomorrow on What's My Line? What's My Line is a Mark Goodson, Bill Todman production. This is Johnny Olson speaking.